Hey everyone, welcome to another video. Let me quickly walk you through how I'm positioned going into FOMC day today. A few changes from the last video. I have mostly kept everything the same, but added on to some of my high conviction positions. Especially like yesterday and another point, maybe on Monday when the markets dipped a little bit, I added a little bit, but that was it. But mostly it's pretty much the same from the previous video. Quick disclaimer: this is not financial advice. I hold no license or registration, and do your research elsewhere. So how am I positioned? I still have over 9% of my portfolio in ARKK. I've actually added some shares this week, so actually twice. Um, Maybe one, I think I did once on Monday, and then I did add to ARKK yesterday. QQQ, I've kept the position the same. You can see that the allocation to the portfolio has reduced from last time. This is because the other instruments have outperformed QQQ, but that still continues to be one of my bigger sized holdings. Depending on how the market does, I'll see if I want to get out of it at some point. I did add some shares to BLOK, which is my exposure to Bitcoin blockchain companies. So BLOK, is a I did a video over the weekend talking a little bit about what this ETF is, but this gives me exposure to MicroStrategy, Hive Technologies, GBTC, and all those Bitcoin names, and it's about 2.5% of my portfolio. Um, then I do have a fairly tech heavy portfolio, but with puts on the inverse tech 3x tech ETFs, SQQQ and TECS. Together, they are a little over 9.5% of my portfolio. But this is a very bullish exposure that I have. I would almost call it a speculative tech exposure, but it's still under 10% of my portfolio, so I'm fine with it. I actually did open another put on SQQQ yesterday. It's really more of a gamble on how FOMC goes today, so we'll see how that works out. That put is scheduled to expire mid-April, so I've got some time on it, but it's a very small amount allocated to that put. I also have a little bit of a bullish exposure to real estate via inverse puts, puts on the inverse 3x ETF. It's a little over 0.5% of my portfolio, so not really too concerned. I'm probably just gonna let it ride till the expiry and see what happens. ARKG, it's an LABD are my two biotech positions. I have calls on ARKG, which is about 3.5% of my portfolio, and I also have bullish exposure to biotech via puts on the 3x inverse ETF LABD, which is about which is less than 3.5% of my portfolio. Generally for the market, I'm still short volatility. It's only about 1.5%. Maybe I'll increase it if if the volatility goes up. But I'm pretty happy with how this position has been performing so far. And finally, a little hedge against any black swan. I do have SOXS, which is about 0.04% of my portfolio. Ideally, over the course of the year, I'm going to try to get it to about 1%, but I'm happy with where it is at right now. It's really money that I'm pretty much planning to lose, and it's just to let me sleep better at nights. So that's how I'm positioned going into FOMC day today. As you can see, the market's generally been very happy, especially tech has been very happy for the week. You can see in the weekly spark line I have in that column. 3 months, you can see that the market did have a big dip where I did rebalance my positions. I added to my high conviction names, and you can see slowly starting to come back up, and you can also see the yearly trend where pretty much it's just been going straight up, and then there was that huge dip starting Feb 20 or 22, I guess. And now it's slowly starting to go back up. So if it continues the uptrend, I will start adding to my hedge, which is SOXX, or I'll open a similar hedge. If there's volatility, I will heavily rebalance my position and see where this goes. That's all I had for today. Good luck in the markets, and I hope to see you in my next video. If you like my videos, consider donating Bitcoin to my video. I'm planning to upgrade my equipment and have a camera and get better mic, etc., and also come up with some more informative and educating videos. So hope to see you soon.